Hello everyone, my name is Shauna Kay and welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk about taboo, controversial things as someone who is not afraid to discuss things like marijuana, LSD, CBD, even spiritual things that are taboo, like Christian astrology. Yeah, I know, that's totally a thing, and more topics. So please like, subscribe, check out the channel. Not every video will speak to you like this one. This is the video, the long-awaited video, where I psych myself up to take psychedelics. Ketamine, to be precise. I have been delaying taking ketamine for the longest time, but today's the day where I finally will take it. And I'm gonna take you on that journey with me. So expect the ride, and it's going to be kind of somewhat comforting knowing that it's being filmed and the experience is being captured so I could share it with people that are interested maybe in trying ketamine, or people that have always heard negative things or heard positive things and would like to see someone experience it. So no matter where you come from, this is pretty much an open door to an experience a person would have taking psychedelics. And so I'm going to talk to you about what it is, what it's used for, and then the brand or company that I actually ordered mine from, as well as the legality of it. And then I'm going to record the experience as it happens, from consumption to locking myself in my bedroom and experiencing the experience. And again, I have to psych myself up to take psychedelics because I'm so nervous. So what is ketamine? Well, it was originally from Belgium and used for animals as an anesthetic. And then it came to the States where it was FDA approved to be used for medical purposes, for sedation, to help for surgery and minor medical things. It could be used for PTSD, depression, but at the same time, some people say it causes depression, but that is because it reminds you of certain events. They say it puts you in a trip, and why it helps with PTSD is because it helps you circle back to those things that were traumatic and kind of make amends with it. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It helps heal you, but you have to go on the journey in order to find the healing. So it's like, if you start, you have to go all the way, and you really have no choice. Once you take it, it could last 30 minutes up to 60 minutes. Ketamine and psilocybin are two different types of drugs. A lot of people get them confused or think they're the same thing. Ketamine is the anesthetic that causes some psychedelic properties, whereas psilocybin is a tryptamine psychedelic. So these mean that the two medicines both have the potential to produce feelings of connection, insight, some mystical experiences, and the way in which they go about is very different though. Ketamine is given in a number of different ways, such as an injection, IV infusion, or orally. And psilocybin is typically consumed orally. Ketamine journeys are shorter than most psilocybin trips. Ketamine could last, like I said, 30 to 60 minutes, whereas the psilocybin can last 3 to 5 hours. Ketamine seems to work mostly on a person's GABA and glutamate levels, giving it the ability to rapidly reduce suicidality, whereas psilocybin appears to work by mimicking serotonin, a neurotransmitter that is often targeted by antidepressant medications. But both haven't been known to have great benefits to mental health. Now, to me, it's safer to do the ketamine first. I think it's less intense. I think it might be better to do the ketamine first, considering the length that it could last. But I don't know. I have not tried the ketamine yet. I have tried psychedelics, and those were intense. So that's why I'm kind of nervous with this. But I've heard this is better. So really, I'm going to do a separate video later about which I think is better. And then I'll share with you some of the feedback from my own personal experience once I've tried the ketamine. But I'll do like a ketamine versus psilocybin. So be on the lookout for that video. Okay, so here we go. Unboxing. So it comes with these eye covering, because I can imagine you're just going to be laying there in bed tripping. So here it is. I'll blur out my private information, but it says to take it by mouth, and I'll show you what it looks like. So here it is. This is what it looks like. I got 4, 8, 9, 10 doses. So you can purchase different sizes. This amount cost me $400 to try the experience. It also comes with a wrist for your, I forgot what they call these, but this is to measure your heartbeat and everything to make sure that you obviously don't have a heart attack while you're experiencing this. So it makes sense that they want to protect you and make sure you are prepared as much as possible. And here is the notebook that I will use to document my journey during the trip. I'll get this on. So it'll measure my pulse. And this, they give this to you in your order to really help you keep track of that, because everybody reacts differently. It's a risk you take when you're trying these types of things that mess with your mind. And so it's always better to be safe than sorry. All right, so here, let's open this up. Now, some people suggest cutting it in half when you first try it to see how the experience will be. Okay, so I am gonna probably lay down and have the experience while laying down, but I'll see how it goes. I'm starting the half dose. They always say to start out with half to see how your body reacts and adjusts. You're not supposed to eat it, you're just supposed to suck on it. I better plug you in so it doesn't die. Okay. Tastes gross. So it doesn't tell you how long to suck on it. But I'm gonna stop because I think it's got all the, it's like you probably suck on it until it no longer has the taste. It tastes gross. It tastes like a chemically lozenge, like peppermint lozenge, but like chemically. All right, I'm gonna go throw it away. So nervous. I'm ready. It's not kicking in yet. Okay, maybe some meditation might help it kick in. Or maybe it'll kick in right in the middle of some good meditation. Excuse me. Does it go this way or this way? I never learned which one. I think it's this way. No, maybe this way. It still tastes so gross in my mouth. Like, it's like numbs your tongue. Okay, it's starting to kick in slowly. It puts a wave of calmness over you, like you feel sedated. Nothing mental yet. Now for me, I use this for PTSD. I have, here, come closer, we're gonna talk deep. I've had very traumatic experiences in my life. And one was, the main one is from my early 20s when I was married to a sociopath who was a gaslighting, narcissistic psycho. And I was married to this guy from some, that resulted, I resorted to marrying him because of my upbringing. I was brought up in a very sheltered home, and so I was kind of just aching for freedom and any way to get out of my house and just run away and get married. I'm feeling this wave of warmth, like my cheeks feel hot right now. Nothing trippy yet. But so I ran away with pretty much a stranger who turned out to be a narcissistic gaslighting, schizophrenic. He's diagnosed schizophrenic. He did so much damage. I have PTSD from the shit I endured during the marriage and after, when I tried to escape the marriage. He was literally the type of person that if I can't have you, no one can. Just total mental nut job. Instead of being like a normal parent who will have visitation rights every other weekend and be normal, he freaked out and did some psycho crazy shit that resulted in him going to jail for a year, and now he's a felon. But I managed to escape that. Not without some residual damage, mental PTSD. I can see why they think it can be nausea-inducing, because you start to get the spins a little bit, not too much, but it's like it's encouraging me to close my eyes. In fact, if you close your eyes, you don't feel as nauseous. Maybe that's just at first, while it begins to kick in. Thinking of anything. My brain is kind of blank right now. I'm just listening to everything, the noises throughout my house. Now this was half dose. It wasn't a full dose. And I'm glad I did this because it gives me a glimpse of what it can do to you and the journey that you'll go on. So now I know kind of what to expect. I'll definitely, this better Better Me is the company that I purchased this from. They give you a prescription of Zofran, which is nausea medicine. Now I know why, because it can definitely make you nauseous. It's like when you get the spins after freaking a night of drinking. It's kind of the feeling that you get, just a little bit in the pit of your gut. And it really relaxes your entire body and your mind. But I'm not uncovering any epiphanies. I was anticipating some epiphany, but I could definitely, I'm going to write down what I will do differently with the full dose. You get to a point where you just don't care about anything. Nothing matters, nothing, no stress, no worries, no care in the world. It's a good feeling. Still feel my neck pain. I live in pain, chronic pain, and I can still feel the pain. So it's not numbing that. Is overpowering. I think that is at the forefront of this experience. So imagine, I would probably be throwing up if I took a full dose. So it's interesting. So next time I'll take a Zofran before the trip. It feels better to burp. 17 minutes in, so it's as kicked in as it ever will be, taking half dose. And it's subtle. The trip, it's a very subtle trip, because I only took half a dose. But again, I'm glad I did only take half, because I would want to take Zofran, the nausea medicine, first next time when I do the full trip, which will be in this video. I'm just showing you the first part is experiencing it half. I might be tempted to go run downstairs and grab the Zofran now, but then my kids will see me and then they'll be like, "Mommy, you're out of your meeting." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm like in the middle of a trip. Don't look at me. Don't look at me." They always say to close yourself up in a room during the trip. Quiet, no distractions for the at least 30 minutes. Got a notification. Okay, well, I think I'm peaking. I'm climaxing at the moment, and not the good kind. So, probably gonna taper down from here. Or I might go throw up. You know what? How can people enjoy this shit if they're just getting nauseous and want to throw up? You know? Because I'm going to take you with me. That was not cool. I threw up. And because I'm a mom who's had 3 kids, I leaked a little, so now I have to change my pants. You know what? This is the most real ketamine experience you'll ever watch. I I won't edit any of this shit out. This is to my fellow women in corporate world, to my fellow moms in the real world, to my fellow wives. This is a real moment of a woman just wanting to experience the benefits of ketamine. And this is the experience. So don't do as I do when it comes to this. Learn from me. Take Zofran before your trip, or you'll leak in your freaking pants, because, well, if you're a mom, probably. But if you're not a mom, enjoy your tight pussy while you can. And so you can avoid feeling nauseous when you do the trip. So I'm gonna go change my pants right now. So I'm gonna move the camera this way so you can't see me change. We're gonna be bonded after this shit. Like, totally bonded. I swear to God, my YouTube channel better become successful. Oh shit. After this. Because I am showing you some raw, honest truth. And at what cost? Helping my fellow women. So the trip is coming down, slowly starting to gain my clarity back. So what I got from this experience, vomit and urine, and knowledge. Now I know what to do for my full-blown trip, which again is later in this video. So don't skip ahead. You're missing these raw, honest moments. Imagine the person that skipped the part of the video where I was just silent on the bed, and they're like, oh, this bitch is so draining, and she's just sitting there, skip. They missed the part of me vomiting and leaking in my pants. That's some real, raw, good footage of realness. So now they'll, miss that whole part because they were trying to skip to the end. You don't skip. But you feel so much better once you throw up. So maybe that's like the climactic point when it just gushes. And then you just feel good. I feel really good, just tripping out right now, but like tripping out like just chill. No psychedelic experience, which is what I'm kind of disappointed about. But it is, I took a half dose, so I knew that it was not going to be the full experience. But what I'm looking forward to for the full experience when I take a full dose is the mental trip, because that's what it's known to do. It's known to help your mind heal PTSD. So in order to do that, you have to have a mental trip. Now I just have burps. So yeah, it's tapering down, my friends. Well, I learned a lot. So tomorrow I will do the full trip. Take Zofran right before and be ready just in case to throw up. Have a change of pants, maybe wear a diaper just in case, to make sure I don't have to be disrupted, interrupted from the experience. And I'll be ready because I am this much smarter now. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello again. Here we are at round 2. I'm still kind of nervous. Don't want to throw up again. But I did take the Zofran ahead of time. So I'm excited to see how much better it'll be without feeling that nausea. So it's definitely a bitch. They actually give you Zofran in the box, which is very smart of them. It's like they know this could cause some serious nausea, and they want you to be prepared for it. It's like your body's not used to tripping out like that, and so makes sense. So hopefully it will do the trick and just help me focus on the experience itself. All right. Now I'll probably speed certain parts up, so you don't have to sit through the whole thing again. But I expect more action this time, so more interesting things to happen. All right. Okay, I am gonna take a whole dose, which is the square. Now remember, tastes kind of gross. It kind of numbs your mouth. You're not supposed to bite it, so that's good. It would be stupid. I can imagine it would kick in a lot quicker and just not be that good of an experience. I'll go spit it out now. It's been about 15 minutes and it'll start to kick in now. It's been about 10 minutes actually. It'll start to kick in, so I'm gonna go spit it out and then come right back. It really does everything in the first, when I took half. All that I was feeling then is just amplified. Which you just can't keep your thoughts straight. It starts to circle back on things. It's hard to explain. It kind of brought me back to when I was a child. I'm just now coming down from the experience. And I think a lot of the core of who I was during the time where my life was the hardest is the result of who I was as a child and a teenager. And it's like who she was is the one at fault for the choices I made. But who she was the result of parenting, right? Because we are a creation of our upbringing. So it's not all our fault when we do stupid shit. But yet it's not purely someone else's fault either. Kind of have to have that balance. And it brought me back to the time when I was sitting in my room by myself, and I was such a loner in high school and my teenage years. I was like, I saw Rapunzel. I felt like I was Rapunzel. It was trippy as hell. But it's like I lived a life as Rapunzel in the flashes that I was having. And then I think back on the actual movie, Tangled, and how stupid and naive she was because of being locked up all those years. It resulted in her being stupid and naive, and I totally was when I did a lot of stupid shit in my 20s. Married a stranger. I married a sociopath, but that was partially my fault. But I didn't really know any better. I didn't really have a support system that I could lean on that I knew loved me and was there for me no matter what. It was pretty much an ultimatum situation. You either do what we say or we're disowning you type shit. And when you do that to someone like me, who has the potential to be everything I am today, you're naturally going to want to kick against that. Because they're proving that they truly don't know what love is. And then that makes you question them, it makes you question everything and just rebel in your own way. So I could see how this heals PTSD. I could see how this heals trauma and depression. Because working through all this is hard to do unless you bring your mind to a point where you're having to face it. It's recommended to do it a few times. And so be on the lookout for another video. It'll be much shorter, but of another experience that I'll be taking you along with me. And hopefully I'll be able to interact more, because this was more of a laying down and experiencing it as if you're in a dream. But I'll see. I'll still take you along with me, and we'll see how it goes with the second full dose attempt. But I highly recommend it for those suffering from PTSD or depression. This definitely helps you, forces you to face it. And a lot of us, that's our core issue. We don't want to face it. We're too good, or we're too badass, or we're not going to put ourselves in that vulnerable place anymore because, you know, we got this. So it's not bothering us. No. When in reality, it truly is. We just have to face it, accept it, not try to be so tough all the time. It's okay to admit that we need help, and this brings you down to that level, which is pretty healing. Thanks for watching and being on this journey right alongside me. I hope you learned something about ketamine. Hope it does some benefit for someone out there. I'll see you in my next video.